Hello, puzzlers! I thought that today we could start with a quick puzzle. Today's warm-up puzzle is in honor of our guest, the wonderful sports broadcaster Taylor Rooks. Now, Rooks, of course, in addition to being Taylor's last name, is also the name of chess pieces, the Rooks. I used to call them castles, but my son told me that was an embarrassment. They are really Rooks. So my challenge today for listeners is, what other notable people have first or last names that are chess pieces? I'll give you one example. One example is Queen Latifah, as in the Queen, the most powerful piece on the board. So please ponder this important chess-related brain teaser, and we'll be back in a moment with more puzzling goodness. Hey folks, welcome back to the Hello Puzzlers podcast, the orange peel in your puzzle old-fashioned. I am your host, AJ Jacobs. I'm here, of course, with Chief Puzzle Officer Greg Pliska. And Greg, before the break, we asked listeners to come up with notable people whose names are also chess pieces. In honor of our wonderful guest today, Taylor Rooks, as in the corner piece, the Rook. We talked about Queen Latifah. Anyone else come to mind?
Queen Latifah's cheating a little bit, because that's just a title. That's like the title. I mean, I don't know.
I think
she
that's
goes
her
by
name.
Latifah.
Oh, really?
I think people call her. I don't know. I've never met her. I can't say. But I mean, they're saying like King Henry counts. Like, of course, King Henry doesn't count.
Well,
it's not legit.
All right, fair enough.
I've got because
what do
instead you
have?
could say Ellery Queen.
That's one.
The mystery
author. Okay.
Right?
Well, I didn't want to take
like
that because you always get so angry when I take your. All right, who else?
I also have Joey Bishop. The actor, right?
Member of Frank Sinatra's Rat Pack.
Old, right? This is all old people. Larry King.
Oh, Larry King. Martin Luther King.
Martin Luther King.
J.B. King.
Yep, very good. Yeah, a lot of kings.
King Gillette, the inventor of the razor.
Oh, is that his first name, King? Or was he actually the king of something?
No, that was his first name, but he became king of razors.
Fair. Ted, I wrote down Ted Knight.
Nice.
Who was a character on the Mary Tyler Moore show.
Old reference. Before Taylor was born, I am guessing.
But is there a
Gladys
famous...
Knight? There's Gladys
Knight, of course. Oh, I'm shamed.
But yeah, no, that's it. There's a few more.
What about? Well, I also wrote down Irene Castle.
Oh, good one.
Very old actress.
Okay.
Just to use your other name for that chess piece.
Yes, that's nice. It is a chess move. Well,
did you come up with a pawn?
Well, the only pawn I saw was Doris Pawn, a silent film actress. So I older than Joey Bishop.
Even older than Irene Castle.
Well, as I mentioned, our favorite person with a chess piece name is our guest today. She hosts NBA on Prime. She's a presenter on Thursday Night Football. So much more. Please welcome Taylor Rooks.
Thank you so much for having me. Can I add one to the chess pieces?
Oh, please, please.
Yeah.
I thought of also Bam Night for the Cardinals.
Oh,
so there we go. We have another one there. But I love that little the twist on the name. I always liked my last name, but it's always really cool to hear what people think of when they hear it. Because growing up, for me, I was just like, it only rhymed with things like books and cooks, and I could never really think of anything that was more fun than the simple rhymes. So having this twist of like, it's also a chess piece is really nice.
Yeah.
Well, I have some more Rooks related fun in the moment. But first, I just wanted to ask, are you a puzzler at all? Like whether it's jigsaws or crosswords or Sudoku, anything like that, or you're too busy?
No, I love puzzles. I love games. So I am thrilled to be here. Like, I feel like I have the biggest smile on my face because I'm just so excited to see what you'll have for me. But no, I'm big into the New York Times games. I play the mini. I'll play the crossword. I'll play Wordle, of course. I play Connections. I love those sort of things. So, and my favorite in terms of more like group games, I love Code Names. I'm not sure if you guys ever played that.
Oh, we love that game.
Love Code Names. So I'm big
game.
into just like the grand use of words and the different things that we can do with them. It's fun.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, then you are the perfect guest. We are even more excited to have you.
Yeah, I say all that. I'm like,
going
to get none of them right.
That's right. We'll edit out if you don't do well.
Okay.
All right. Well, the first puzzle, we're going to talk about your broadcasting and other word-related nuggets. But before that, we like to start with a puzzle. And this puzzle was inspired by a theme I noticed while researching you. Namely, okay, so follow me. I'm going to build my case. You grew up in Atlanta and are a big fan of the Atlanta Hawks, the basketball team. Also, the Atlanta Falcons, the football team. Hawks and Falcons, both birds. Now, we talked about rook. Rook does mean a chess piece, but you probably know it's also a type of bird. It's a cousin of the crow, the rook. So, Taylor. Taylor, there's something called a Taylor bird that I did not know about.
I did not know about that either.
Yeah.
Now you're making it up.
No, not according to the internet, which is never wrong. You've interviewed Sue Bird multiple times. Your husband's name is Fowler, Fowl.
Oh.
So I could go on, but I think I've made my case.
That's
what I'm saying
crazy.
is you have a lot of bird stuff going on in your life.
I do, and I never really made those connections, but you are absolutely correct. Lots of birds.
Yeah, well, I have a couple more coming up just to surprise you. But they will come up in our bird-themed puzzle, which is called Bird Word Inferred. And this puzzle, all the answers are going to be 2 words. And the first word is a type of bird, and the second word is a word that rhymes with that bird. So, for instance, turkey jerky, a piece of dried meat from Thanksgiving's favorite meal, that would be a clue. They're not all going to make sense. They're all, but...
I'm not sure turkey jerky entirely makes sense.
There is.
No shame to the people that like it.
It's been a while since I brushed up on my birds.
Well, they're not going to be. The only obscure one is rook, which is, if it was like you said, if it was someone who specializes in baking your last name, that would be a rook cook. But the other ones I feel you don't have to be an ornithologist. But are you ready?
I'm ready. I'm excited.
Okay, here we go. This is the Anaheim hockey team uses these rubber discs when playing on the ice.
The Anaheim hockey team uses these rubber discs when playing. Is it duck puck?
It is duck puck or duck pucks. Nicely done. Look at that. All right, how about this wise nocturnal bird uses one of these to dry off after a shower?
I got it. It is owl towel.
You got it.
Yeah, I love these.
The first one was actually real, like the ducks do use pucks. And then immediately we went into something completely absurd.
Well, we're going to continue with the surrealism with this one. This is a game that bright pink birds play at their churches. So bright pink, long-legged birds that stand on one leg when sleeping, I believe, and are sometimes on lawns.
I know the pink bird is flamingo.
Exactly.
Yeah. And
this is a game often played at churches. It's got letters.
Flamingo bingo.
She got it.
There you go.
She got it. Nailed it. All right, we got a couple more. This is what you would call a faith that worships a gray city bird. Sometimes called unfairly, I think, a flying rat. So this is a faith or a system of beliefs that worships. So what's the gray city bird?
I think the gray sitting bird is a pigeon.
City. Yes, exactly.
Yeah, city bird. Yeah.
But
that's
it.
A faith, it's like a
general
sect.
term for Catholicism or Hinduism or Judaism.
It's not like a pigeon religion?
It is a pigeon religion.
Yeah, got it.
It is a pigeon religion. You got it. Now, I brought this up mostly because I learned when researching you that pigeon is a basketball word, which I did not know.
Oh, look at that. I was going to say, and not to rule, I don't know if this is used in another puzzle, but when you were asking the first one, there was towel. I thought it was going to be a foul. But I also know foul
good
is
one.
the word, so yeah, there's a lot of basketball crossover.
How about this is what you might see if a baby hen or a baby rooster put on a magic show. So a magician who also happens to be it could happen, could be a baby hen or a baby rooster.
Oh, like a chick trick?
Exactly. You got it, chick trick. And I did that one mostly so I could mention that you used to work at Chick-fil-A.
Yeah. Wow, these nuggets are so amazing. Yes.
Another bird theme.
Chick-fil-A, my very first job. My pleasure.
Did you learn anything from working at Chick-fil-A? Any lessons, life lessons?
Genuinely, I did. I mean, number one, hospitality, and that things, you do make a big difference when you make people feel good when they come into your establishment.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was just always a really nice, happy environment. And I felt like that certainly permeated to the customers. I also really learned that even the small things are what you should take seriously. Like, customer service was huge. I went through like 3 different interviews before I got the job. Like, everything to them was incredibly important. You wanted to make sure that the customer felt seen. If there was a change that they wanted to make that we could make, we always had to say yes. And so it's those little things that ultimately make Chick-fil-A what it is as an establishment, is that like even the little things were really, really important, because it's the little things that ultimately create culture. So a lot of takeaways working at Chick-fil-A.
That's some good wisdom from Chick-fil-A. All right, let's just end with one more, which is, this is an eating utensil used by a long-legged baby delivering bird. This is,
I've got it. This one is a fork stork or stork fork.
Yeah. You got either are acceptable.
Yes.
This is where AJ's a vegetarian, because if I gave that clue, it would be the utensil you use to eat the bird.
That's hilarious. True. I eat it with my hands. That's what.
You don't eat stork.
I don't eat stork.
Neither do I.
And I did not tell my kids that they were brought by storks. Did your parents? Were you given the stork?
No, I did not. I did not get the stork. I learned where I came from one of those books that they read to me.
Oh, very good. I
don't. Does anybody tell their kids it was a stork?
I know, it's such a weird one.
For real?
It's such a weird one.
I'm so curious. Does anyone know the origin of the stork story? I actually don't know, but I would be curious to.
I did look it up, and there's theories. No one knows for sure. Some like pagan ritual. Who knows?
Okay.
I mean, all 3 of my kids were IVF, so I could tell them legitimately. The doctor took a little bit from mom, a little bit from dad, and put it in a little test tube, and there you go. So
oh my gosh, I love that.
That's could delay
wonderful. It. Yeah.
All right, before we go to break, last bird-related fact is I believe it's your great uncle, is Lou Brock, the famous baseball player, a St. Louis Cardinal.
Oh,
another bird. Yes.
Another bird.
Yes.
Where? Now, I know you said you've loved to ask questions as a kid. Did you ever ask your great uncle any questions?
Yeah. Oh, I mean, all the time. I think obviously he had just seen so much. And I think the thing that I would always want to know from him is just like, what did you go through, and like, how did you become one of the best? And I obviously always had the simple questions like, how were you so fast? And like, how could you beat everybody? How are you so good at stealing bases? But he would always have a very similar answer to anything that I asked, which was that he knew that he was always the only person in the stadium that could do what he could do. And that is what I always took from him, is that like, you have to know what your strengths are, because that's where the confidence comes from, is like knowing that you are uniquely special, and really that everyone is. It's not something that was just unique to him, but there are things that you can do that no one else can do. And he just was able to master those things. But yeah, I asked him lots of questions all the time, probably annoyingly so. I always tell people so we would go to Busch Stadium sometimes during his birthday. And during that birthday, he would get to throw out the first pitch. Sometimes I would get to go down there with him. And when I was young and we would go to St. Louis to see him, and people would say, we'd go out there and we would hear the Lou, and I would get mad. I'd say, why are they booing him?
Right.
I didn't realize that they were actually saying Lou. So one of my very famous questions was, why are they booing you? But,
it was a boo of love.
Yes, exactly.
The Lou boo.
Yeah. Excellent. Well, you could be an ornithologist. You aced that. I'm very impressed. We have to take a short break, but we will be back with more puzzling puzzles and the great Taylor Rooks. Hello, puzzlers. Welcome back to the podcast. Now, Greg Pliska,
me,
that's you.
Yes,
has a puzzle for our wonderful guest Taylor Rooks. But before he gives it, we have a segment we like to call Puzzling Questions, a little Q&A segment where we get to know our guest a little better, so they are less of an enigma to us and our listeners. And Taylor, we have so many questions for you. One that occurred to me is, I know you do a lot of basketball commentating, football. What would you like to try? Is next tennis, pickleball? I know you like pickleball.
What would I love to try next? I really enjoy playing tennis. I also really enjoy watching tennis. So I think it would be cool to cover tennis. I also think anything that is such a solo sport, like you are out there on an island, it is like warrior versus warrior, who is going to outlast who. There's like a psyche to that I think is incredibly interesting. And of course, Serena Williams is one of my all-time favorite athletes. So she's one of the reasons I just have fallen in love with, acting like I could play tennis well, but also watching tennis. So I think covering tennis would be really, really cool. And then something else I hope to cover, because I hope to see it continue to boom, is flag football, but specifically girls and women's flag football. I am from a place called Gwinnett County in Georgia, and Gwinnett is what was one of the first places to make flag football like a high school sanctioned sport for girls. And so I would love to continue to see that grow and then cover some of the stories that exist there. Because growing up, football was my favorite sport. I'm from the South. That's what you watch. But playing football was not something that was available to me.
Right.
So the fact that that is now a thing that you can do, if football is your favorite sport, is incredibly exciting. So covering that or being a part of that in some capacity.
It's going to be part of the Olympics next,
isn't
it?
Nice.
Which is so great.
Yep, it will be a part of the Olympics. Yeah,
And
which is super exciting. In LA, that first year.
Yeah. I'm with you too, because my son is a huge football fan. But we've already told him, you're not playing tackle football. Like, we want to protect your brain. It's not worth doing that. But so he plays flag, and wouldn't it be great if he could have some kind of career doing that? Why not?
Yeah, I mean, now you can say I play flag football and I hope to ultimately go to the Olympics. Like, that's really, really cool. And so, but it's that, and then like I said, it really opens that up for girls and women, which is really great. So I'd say tennis and flag football, and maybe one day I'll get to interview your son.
Okay, I love it. Oh, well, he'd be thrilled. It'd work out great. His sister would be very jealous, right?
Yes, but that's my girl.
Margot, I will say the reason I know Taylor is because she emceed my wife's organization, the Opportunity Network's gala a few years ago. And of course, Margot fell in love and Taylor fell in love back. I mean, you're the best.
Margot is fantastic. Yeah, she was just so bubbly and had just like the sweetest smile and had all these questions. So Margot was amazing. So even if I do end up interviewing your son, Margot knows she
knows. Very good. I actually have a question for Taylor.
Please.
Just about what I've always been curious about, like how much you must spend a ton of time prepping for we see you on TV for a relatively short period of time in our day, but your entire day has got to be about prepping for that, right?
Yeah.
Is that?
Yeah, certainly. I mean, obviously, you just want to know everything about what you're about to talk about, but I love over preparing because to me, there's just a direct correlation between feeling uber prepared and feeling confident. So I am learning things that I know they have a very high likelihood of not being used in the show, but it's just the fact that I know them just in case they do come up. So I'm a big consumer of just like podcasts. I love to just spend my entire morning listening to different shows, whether that's Zach Lowe, whether that's Ryan Windhorst, whether that's just The Athletic NBA Daily, where they're just kind of giving a rundown of what happened. I enjoy Tim Legler's show. I like No Dunks. I listen to just a litany of NBA shows. Also because I like hearing different perspectives and, hearing the different stats certain people will pull so that I'm thinking about a player or a team differently.
Do you ever do fantasy football or fantasy basketball?
I am huge into fantasy football. Yeah. I tried fantasy football one year. There was just too many games.
Fantasy basketball, you mean?
Yeah, fantasy basketball. I'm sorry. That was just too much. Fantasy football, though, I have to say, I made it to 2. I'm in 4 leagues.
Yeah.
I made it to 2 championships this year.
Damn.
I won one, and I won my big one. So I'm happy that I won that big one. It was actually, I'm in Josh Hart's fantasy league, and that is the one that I won.
Nice.
So yeah, it was really nice. I'm in Josh Hart's fantasy league and I won that championship. My other league, I lost that championship, but I lost actually to Bun B, the artist. So I was going up against some people that know what's going on, but I was fighting.
So you could say you beat Josh Hart in sports.
There you go.
Yeah, I got to say, Josh Hart was last in his league. Love you, Josh. Sorry to put you out there on blast. He was not who I was facing in the championship. I was facing our friend and league member, AP. Okay. Josh did not make it to the playoffs this year. This was a down year for Josh, but it's okay. It's an up year for the Knicks. So.
Yeah, exactly. He'll be happy to trade that for a championship right there.
By the way, since I know you like puzzles, Taylor, there's also a fantasy league for Rubik's Cube solvers, which is a competitive sport. So if you want to really nerd out.
Wait. So you're saying you are drafting different
cubers,
people who are good at solving the Rubik's Cube.
Exactly, because there are all these competitions of who can solve it in 4 seconds, 7 seconds. So there is fantasy cubing. If that appeals, I'll get you the info. Happy to send it.
I love it. There is something for everybody.
There you go.
There's Fantasy Hello Puzzlers podcast too.
Oh, sure. Whether it's...
I was like, whoa, drop
me. Exactly. Get Taylor Rooks in round 2. She's going to nail the next puzzle.
Well, I had a follow-up about interviewing, which you mentioned. One of our recent guests was New York Times writer Taffy Ackner-Brodesser, who's done a ton of interviews. And she told us she has some favorite go-to questions, like what was on your childhood bedroom wall, which I thought was very interesting. So do you have any go-to questions yourself?
I would say, so in interviews, it never makes the actual interview, but before we start, I always ask people, what is something that you want to discuss but haven't been given the chance to, or a question you want to be asked but no one has asked you. And a lot of times that has bore some really great fruit within the interview. Because, people, really want to talk about themselves, but more importantly, they really want to be given the chance to explain themselves if there's something that they feel like they have not been able to do. So I always ask that. I wouldn't say that I have like a go-to in the interview because it always feels so personalized. Right. And when I'm doing these interviews, it's so much about the research or what I learned or what somebody told me about that person.
I have 2 follow-up questions. One, what is a question that you don't get asked enough but would like to get asked? And 2, what was on your childhood bedroom wall?
Child bedroom wall. I mean, I had a bunch of posters. I had this big poster of Ashanti, who was a singer that I just loved. So she was on my wall. I'm looking at something that was in my childhood bedroom right now. It's this teddy bear like painting of the Dream Team. A lot of people had it, but it's here. Want me to go grab it so you can see it? But I had it in my childhood bedroom wall, and I have it here too. Okay, one second. This was on my childhood bedroom wall.
Oh, that is cute. Look at that.
It is, it's the dream team as teddy bears.
The dream team is teddy bears. It stayed with me. But yeah, I mean, I think for Ashanti, I loved obviously her music, but it was also really cool for me to see this, really talented woman that everybody loved that was brown skinned. That was not something that I saw a lot. So I had a deep connection to Ashanti. And then, of course, this was just because I loved sports. I loved basketball.
And teddy bears.
Yeah, and teddy bears. All the things that you would need.
One thing I really try to work on, or I would say a muscle that I think is important to flex, and I think especially for women, is really talking about the things that you are good at and not feeling like shame around those things or feeling like you can't say that you are good at a thing, because the men are running around talking about all the things they're great at. And I feel like that we should do the same thing. And so maybe a question I want to be asked is like, what is something that you can't do? And I say that because I feel very proud about the fact that I have been able to embody a lot of different roles in the space, whether that's interviewing, anchoring. Now I host. I've covered almost every single sport, and I don't know if that is always maybe discussed. That even like right now with the NBA hosting that desk, I'm doing something that I've never done before. I've never hosted a desk. I've never hosted shoulder programming. This is the first time that I've done it. And I feel just like really proud that I have been able to step into different roles and just try to get better every single day. And I feel really proud of just the breadth of what I've been able to do.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I have been asked about that a lot when I do interviews. So maybe that.
Well, I'm glad we asked. And I want to add, you're also good at puzzles.
Which
you should.
Please add it to the resume.
Add it to the resume.
And apparently good at fantasy football. So
that's right.
There are many things that I can't do, but my goal in life is to figure out if I can do them, because I've been able to prove some things to myself up to this point, but there are many things I can't do, including whistle, which I don't know why I can't whistle. I would love to learn to whistle.
Oh,
I'm sure there's a professional whistler who gives lessons you could work on. Technique.
All right. With that, you can do Greg's puzzle, which is coming up in just a moment. Hello, puzzlers. Welcome back to the podcast. We are with the wonderful Taylor Rooks. And Taylor, we are not done with you yet. We have one more puzzle to give you, and it is going to be administered. I was looking for
it's a vaccine or something.
I am pro-vaccine. I am pro. Just want to throw it out. By the wonderful Greg Pliska. So, Greg, take it away.
All right. Well,
give it to me, Greg. I'm ready.
All right. Good. This is a classic Hello Puzzlers game. We actually did this. Done it with Bomani Jones. I did it with Mina Kimes because it combines sports and puzzling and wordplay.
Okay.
So everyone's familiar with the big four sports in our country, right? Football, baseball, basketball, hockey. But what you're probably not aware of is the big foul sports, F-O-U-L.
Ooh.
The teams in the big foul sports have names that are just one letter different from the regular big four teams.
Okay,
Same way
I'm intrigued, and you are correct. I did not know about this.
See, funny about that. Nobody seems to know. So, like, for example, the Boston Bruins is actually the Boston Brains. We just changed one letter to the other.
One letter, okay.
Right? Or the New York Giants might become the New York Grants. Change the I to an R. So I'll give you a clue to the team with the changed letter.
Okay. Oh, this is good.
Okay.
Oh, the stress.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, I'm ready.
So, for example, if I said this hockey team is the smartest team in Boston, that would
be the Boston Brains.
Exactly.
Okay.
So there'll be some clue to what the actual Big Four team is, and then some clue to how to change the letter to another word.
Okay, sounds good.
All right. Here we go. And I think all of the ones I happen to have today are basketball or football teams.
Okay.
Could be
that I can do.
NFL, NBA, or WNBA. So one of those. Okay. One of those. All right. So this Indiana franchise gives all of its fans free beeping devices like those used by doctors and drug dealers.
Indiana Pagers.
Nicely
instead
done.
of the Pacers. Very good. All right. How about this one? Despite having Shedeur Sanders and Myles Garrett, this NFL team still leaves its fans scowling.
The Cleveland Frowns.
Nice. Very good. And that statement is also actually true, I think, despite having those players.
Yeah, I love the Clue was the star of that show. It was great.
It's true. All right. Kelsey Plum plays for this LA franchise, and when they go bowling, they always knock down the pins in 2 shots.
The LA. Obviously, I know it's the Sparks. The LA Spares.
Yes, very good. Yes. As AJ always says, you can get into these, you can either get it from the team and change the letter, or you can think of the Spares and go the other way.
Yeah.
All right. How about, this is an NBA.
That one was tricky because you are pronouncing Spark, and then but you're not saying Sabari. It's fair. Yeah. So I was like, what is it? But
the pronunciation changes even more. It's not like it just rhymes like frowns and browns.
No, I love this. Is so fun.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
All right. This NBA team has an all-time roster that includes Pecan Kid, Buck Walnut, and Dr. J. Julius Almond, as well as current players like Macadamia Thomas and Nick Cashewton.
Okay. Repeat it for me.
Yeah, because this is a little trickier. I'm not telling you where the team is because that would make it too easy.
Yeah, because Philly?
No.
I just heard Dr. J. Okay, tell it to me again.
Oh, wait. Yeah, Dr. J, right, would be Philly more than this team. Maybe I shouldn't mention Dr. J.
Forget Dr. J.
Current places.
Okay. Yeah, tell me again.
All-time roster includes Pecan Kid and Buck Walnut, as well as current players like Macadamia Thomas and Nick Cashewton. It's a New York team.
Current player. Nick Claxton.
Yeah, there you go. And
Okay. And are you talking about Jason Kidd? What's the pecan kid?
Yeah, Jason Kidd.
Okay, I got it. I'm here. So it's the Brooklyn Nut.
There you go.
Very good.
Okay, got it.
That one required some deep knowledge, and I'm glad you got there.
It made complete sense.
When you got
the Brooklyn Nut.
You had to know your nuts, and you had to know your teams.
Yes, and Cam Thomas. Okay, I was like,
Macadamia.
Right. I love it.
This is an upstate New York team whose mascot is a large pickle.
Let me think.
A different sport.
I only know one upstate New York team, so that helped.
Buffalo Dills.
Instead of the Bills. Exactly.
There it is.
Exactly.
I love it.
Exactly. Have you ever been to that stadium, by the way, Harmac?
Yes. It's cold.
Yeah. I don't know, AJ, if you know, but they actually get fans to come out and shovel snow.
Yeah, they'll pay them like $20 an hour.
Give them food.
But I think it's so cool. It's like it's very community building. Like you all are united in this thing. You love this team, and I like it. The photos are always really
incredible.
Nice.
Well, and there was a game, I think it might have been last season, where they didn't get the snow cleared in the stands before the game, and there were shots of the fans like piling into the game, pushing the snow out of the way. It's crazy.
No, it's crazy. I love it.
All right, here's a Washington team.
Okay.
That spends the off season flying around delivering babies, which is appropriate given that Sue Bird played her whole career here.
And
the Seattle Stork.
Yeah, a little callback.
And it all came close there.
That's right. We didn't even plan that. A double stork. Two storks in one.
Yeah.
One show.
That in there. How about this one? Wemby leads this team, made up mostly of lemons, limes, and vinegar.
Okay, I it's the Spurs. I'm just like the say it again.
Wemby leads this team, made up mostly of lemons, limes, and vinegar. Yeah, it's tricky.
The lemons, limes, and vinegar thing. I'm trying to think what letter would you change for
in
Spurs?
spur to get something that refers that lemons are this, limes are this, and vinegar is this.
The San Antonio Sours.
Got it.
The sours. Okay, I got
it.
It
Actually sounds like a drink you might get down the river.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, they need to do that. Sell it at the game.
All right, you're going to get this one very, very quickly. It's Atlanta's WNBA team.
Okay.
Known for their milky white uniforms.
The Atlanta Cream.
Yeah, there you go.
Instead of the Dream, right?
Instead of the
Dream.
Oh, I didn't. I think I never put it together. Is that from Martin Luther King's I Have a Dream speech or no? Am I reading too much into that?
But it very well could be. It very well could be. Yeah.
Right?
I actually don't know where they got Dream, but I'm going to look that up.
All right.
I like that.
I might be reading too much into it, but it seemed like a good theory.
That seems like
down south. Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Well, what I don't remember is whether the franchise moved from somewhere else before it was in Atlanta. I think they've always been in Atlanta, right?
I think they've always been in Atlanta, but I also am not positive. So I don't know.
You always have to check that. That's how you end up with a team like the Jazz in Utah, which makes no sense.
or the Lakers.
Yeah,
exactly.
Right? Yes, exactly.
There are lakes in Los Angeles. I once looked that up, but not
like there are in Minnesota.
No.
All right. A California NBA team that would do much better if they wore sneakers instead of bedtime footwear.
The Los Angeles Slippers.
I love watching the wheels turn and then that moment. It's the best part of puzzles. I got it. Actually, while we're in California, this is an NBA team that has all kinds of weird fetishes.
Oh boy.
In fact, so does its namesake hockey team, also from California.
The Sacramento Kinks.
Yeah, there you go. Or the Los Angeles Kinks, if you want to go hockey.
Or the Los Angeles Kinks, yeah.
I just want to say it does appear that it is in honor of the I Have a Dream speech.
Oh, really?
Wow. Another fun fact. I love that.
Good research on that one.
Yeah.
All right. After a heartbreaking season, Dan Campbell's team dresses up like Canadian waterfowl and makes forlorn bird calls.
Another bird, by the way. Another bird.
Yeah,
back to the birds.
The Detroit. Read it again.
After a heartbreaking season, Dan Campbell's team dresses up like Canadian waterfowl and makes forlorn bird calls.
Now, can I just say, I had this bird in my section, and my wife said, too obscure. Don't do it.
That bird is obscure. It's like on the Canadian coin.
We're Americans. What can I say?
So this is a play off lions.
Off lions. You got to change one letter in lions to get the name of a bird. Canadian bird. Also a word we use for someone who's kind of kooky, but it's the second letter you have to change.
And like Blank Tunes, the cartoon.
Oh, the Detroit Loons.
The Detroit Loons, yes.
A loon is a bird. I will say I did not know that.
See,
the loon.
You and AJ's wife agree.
Wow. But now I know. The more you know, I got to look up this loon fellow.
Yeah. All right. Here's your last.
What does that bird look like?
It's on the Canadian coin, flying, really kind of elongated. Because the Canadian dollar is called the loonie. Because there's a loon on it. It's a slang term for it.
It's very duck-like. I just looked it up.
Yeah.
Very duck-like.
Okay, a duck-like bird. The loon. Okay.
The loon. Yeah. And they make a distinctive call as well.
Okay.
Our Canadian audience is going to eat this up. Both of them. Both
the Croaties. The Croaties are listening.
All right.
Mans is listening.
This is your last one. Teams with similar names, one in Phoenix and one in Connecticut, add up to two teams with similar names.
I got it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Ooh, you're quick.
That was fast. Yeah.
The Phoenix Sums.
Yes.
Or Connecticut Sums.
Nice.
You are good. I was like, because this clue doesn't really nail what the change is.
No, guys, I love that clue.
You got it.
Clue.
You're the best.
Nicely
All right, you can come back
done.
anytime. I love it.
You can write for us.
Yeah, really.
I am so impressed, honestly, by these clues you all are giving. Like the writing that it takes to make the clue to get to the answer. That's the real creativity. So, bravo! I am in awe. I am in awe.
Thank you, Taylor.
We're in awe. We loved having you.
Absolutely.
It's so fun to hear you get these.
And where can people get more of you? What is the best place?
Yeah, they can watch me every week on NBA on Prime. Our days shift a little bit, but post NBA season, a lot of it will be Thursday evenings that you can tune in to watch us. You can also follow me on Instagram, Twitter at Taylor Rooks. You can subscribe to my newsletter on Substack, which is taylorrooks.substack.com. Many places, easy to find. But yeah, tune in to NBA on Prime. We have a very fun, loony time over there.
Good call back. Well done.
And an exciting season to be covering, as always.
Absolutely. No, this was truly my pleasure. Thank you for having me. I have enjoyed every single minute of it.
Love it.
Oh, well, thank you, Taylor. Thank you, listeners. One last important note. We have a Patreon. So when you're subscribing to Taylor's Substack, check out our Patreon at patreon.com/Hello Puzzlers. And there's all sorts of cool stuff. There's free tiers, but also VIP tiers, chats with me and Greg, bonus episodes, bonus puzzles, all sorts of stuff. And once again, thank you, Taylor. And we'll see you here next time for more puzzling puzzles that will puzzle you puzzlingly.